Is it dormant or dehydrated? That's the subject of today's episode. What's up, guys? Today's going to be a video of a little different subject than what you're used to seeing on my channel, or our channel. As you can see, there's nothing to cut. I mean, nothing. We're on a job that we normally do every 2 weeks. You see that barn over there, and we normally also cut that property over there. Well, there's nothing to cut. We're going to concentrate today on trimming that tree line right there. But here's one little sprig of, you guessed it, Bahia grass. There's another one right there, and there's another one right here. But I want you to listen to something. You hear that crunch? That crunch is a signal that the grass is in major stress, or under major stress. The reason why is because up until today, there has not been a single cloud in the sky. But you see the rain clouds gathering. We're supposed to get rain this evening. And between now and next Thursday, we're supposed to get 4.5 inches of rain. Now, the reason I'm saying this is I've gotten into a... What are you doing?
I was waiting on you to see me. You're going to see how long I was behind you before you realized.
Well, I've got my shades on, and there's a glare on the camera. I couldn't see.
I know, that's what made it funnier.
But anyway, guys, there's been a deep discussion.
I feel like I ate a rock. That pizza.
I know, but there's been a discussion on Facebook and a couple of groups I'm in as to whether this is dormancy or dehydration. Well, let me show you something. Dormancy means you can water the grass all you want to. It's not going to turn green. It's not going to grow. It's not going to do anything. The reason why is because education moment, temperature of the soil determines determines the dormancy factor. When the temperature of the soil, not the atmosphere around us, the temperature of the soil drops to a certain point, the grass goes dormant. And what that means is the nutrients of the grass goes down to the root system to protect the roots from being burned by the cold. In other words, it keeps the roots alive, and the top layer of the grass turns brown because there's no nutrients in it. There's no photosynthesis taking effect, so it doesn't grow. It doesn't absorb moisture. The soil absorbs moisture, but not the grass blade. But everything is dormant. Now, what's the difference in dehydration and dormancy? Well, I'm going to show you in layman's terms. I'm not going to show a bunch of graphs. I'm not going to show a bunch of scientific stuff. This is common sense. And that's what we do on this channel. We do common sense education. Well, let me show you something. If you look at this grass here, it's still got a little bit of a green hue to it. Let me get the camera close to the ground. You see that green hue? But if you look real close at that blade of grass, right? Let me get it up here where we can see it. Where's it at? There we go. You see how brown that blade of grass is on the very tip? That is a sign of dehydration. Now, you look at this grass. You see how green it is? That's Bahia grass. The reason it's green is because Bahia grass is bred, it is engineered to withstand drought conditions. It's also engineered to withstand flood conditions. That's why that grass, no matter what, it thrives. It can turn just as brown as that right over there, that area right there. It can turn just as brown as that and get a good rain, and it'll spring right back. But anyway, it is still September. October, it is technically, by the calendar, and I'm using air quotations, it is technically fall. But the temperatures have not determined it's fall. That will be determined by the first frost. So don't be fooled by the false fall. I've already posted a short on this, and I got some private kickback on that. But we're in a false fall. It always cools off, and then it gets blazing hot and dry. And that's where we're at right now. And we're supposed to get some rain, and the temperatures are not supposed to drop in there during the day. They're not supposed to drop below about 84 degrees. So the grass is going to jump back out. It's going to go like gangbusters. But anyway, I've been doing this for almost 26 years. This is nothing I haven't seen before. We're not going to cut this property. There's nothing to cut. But I did want to take this opportunity to show you and maybe educate you on the differences between dormant and dehydrated. This grass is stressing, this lawn is stressing very, very, very bad because it's dehydrated. There's no water. So anyway, I hope that taught you a little something. That might be material you already knew, but there's a lot of people out there that don't. They want to believe, oh, I'm not going to have to cut my grass anymore. Well, that's not true unless you cut it to the ground, and I do not suggest that, and here's why. Another educational moment. I know there's a lot of people out there that say in the winter you need to cut your grass to the ground to prevent, what's the word? Fungus and other parasites from growing. Well, that's hogwash, because what's going to end up happening, no, you're not going to have any kind of fungus, but what you're going to do, if you get bitter cold temperatures, you're going to burn the roots of your grass up and it's going to die. I suggest, and this is Brian with Big South Outdoors TV saying this, I suggest you cut your grass no shorter than 2.5 inches for the wintertime. Now, me personally, I keep mine in the wintertime about 4 inches. That insulates the ground from the cold. Does it prevent it completely? No, it does not. But it does insulate it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. That's my goal. But anyway, this is Brian with Big South Outdoors TV, reminding you to live big, live southern, and live outdoors. Until the next one, guys, have a good one.